It's here and we're gonna open it today. Hi, I'm Sarah of My Home, Your Home, Our Home, and I have the Sonlight preschool program, pre-K program, and it is for ages 4 and 5, and I am unboxing it today with you to show you what is inside. I know as a homeschool mom, I appreciate seeing what exactly is included in a program and kind of getting a peek inside of the books if I can't get my own hands on them. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button because I have more videos coming out on Sonlight and how we're using it for our bilingual family, for bilingual homeschooling, and also several more unboxing videos. So if you are interested in those kind of things, I'd love to have you join the community here. Today's video, like I said, is all about the pre-K program. This is for ages 4 and 5. I do not have the most updated version, so I will say that at the beginning. This is a used program, and I have shared my thoughts before about buying Sonlight used versus new. You can watch that in my video, and different considerations that you should know about before you buy used or new. Okay, I just want to dive right in because I want to show you these beautiful books. So let's get to it. First of all is the instructor's guide, and I cannot show you a lot of what's inside because it's copyrighted material, but you can download a sample of the first few weeks of this guide on Sonlight's website. Just sign up for their email list and you can have that. But this is an older edition. Like I said, it has the same format as other Sonlight editions. This is just an example. It shows you the days of the week, and then you're going to have the books and what pages you're supposed to read. It is truly open and go, which I love about Sonlight. It saves a lot of time for the mom. And you have questions and answers behind each week. You also have some activities, memory verses, all that kind of thing. This is a very Christian worldview curriculum, so you're not going to have as much like catechism maybe as say some other programs for the same age, but you are going to have a very broad Christian worldview, and I appreciate that about Sonlight. It's not tied to a specific denomination. It's very much missions focused and also Bible focused. Okay, so our first book is going to be our Bible book, and we've read this before. I read this to my son when he was really, really little, so he's not going to remember it, but it is wonderful. This is one of the most true to the text kids' Bibles I've ever seen, and it's Bible stories from the Bible, so they're shorter stories, but like the details of the stories are accurate and the pictures are beautiful. They're not too long, so it's easy to read one in just a few minutes for kids' attention spans. After that, we have some vocabulary, language arts type of books. One is this Dr. Seuss's ABCs, and then First 1,000 Words. As a bilingual family, we have substituted and added, in addition to that book, this book. This one is in Portuguese. This is available in the United States, so I would suggest that you buy it if you want to teach your kids Portuguese as a foreign language or as one of their native languages. And so we're going to use this one, and probably this one some too. I believe this might be an older edition. But this is how we're adding a bit of bilingualism in there. Where I can substitute some books with Portuguese books, I want to do that because then it makes my job easier. But I will also add some books to this curriculum so that we have also more content. Next is science. So we have Why Do Tigers Have Stripes? This is a little Usborne book. What's Under the Sea? What's Smaller Than a Pygmy Shrew? And these are all centered around questions which little kids have a lot of and want to understand the world around them. So it's really neat the way these are formatted. Is a blue whale the biggest thing there is? And I like that these are not just dry textbooks or facts. These are actually books that we're going to read multiple times, so my kids are going to get the concepts. How do you lift a lion? How to dig a hole to the other side of the world. And the Berenstain Bears big book of science and nature. We love Berenstain Bears. My son loves them a lot, and so this is going to be really fun to see those characters inside of a book. I think this is also included in science. It's The Year at Maple Hill Farm. So we're going to talk about seasons and all that stuff. Books about the world. So the theme of this year is exploring God's world, and for that we have a lot of missions books. We have a lot of cultural books, and that makes me excited about including our Brazilian/Portuguese books because they'll fit in really well with just a whole bunch of cultures. Okay, The Gods Must Be Angry, New Toes for Tia. These are both by OMF people. Okay, this is where one of our bilingual books comes in. I have this book, Todas as pessoas contam, which is every person counts. And this is counting. It's also about people and just this different situations in which we are, so we can discuss the pictures, and it has some words at the bottom. It's not quite the same as people exploring different cultures and things, but it can give us discussion topics and is a good counting book. So same kind of idea. Stories from Africa. And then and now, introducing the concept of history to little kids can be a little bit challenging, and so this is a good book for doing that. Things people do. Awesome. Then we have a CD, and I think they might have switched this one, or it might be a newer edition, but this is Tall Tales from America, and those are really fun for little kids to learn because they're very cultural and funny. Okay, we have a child's book of art. I'm glad they include this because I want to teach my boys art too. It has a lot of beautiful pictures and talks about the colors and traveling and all kinds of things. Children's book of virtues, and I'm kind of thinking of completely swapping it out for this one in Portuguese, or just reading both. We'll see. But we do have this one in Portuguese. A lot of these books being classic books, or books that are very, I don't want to say popular, but books that are more widely published, means that you can find them in a variety of languages, which makes this curriculum, in my opinion, lend itself very well to making it bilingual, to being bilingual. And so we've done that with quite a few in this core. Eric Carle's Animals, The Lion Storyteller bedtime book, the Molly Mandy storybook. I've never read this one, I'm excited to see that one. Stories from Around the World, another Usborne one. This is like a padded cover, so it feels really nice. Uncle Wigglily's storybook, also more stories. These ones are more like read-alouds and literature. And then we have a few more. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so when I purchased this curriculum, it was an older edition. I bought it used, so they have updated a few things, and some of the books that came with it are no longer included, so I'm not showing those right now. But there were a few that were also missing from my box that will be new. So these are still in this year, 2022, still included in their catalog listing for this core. All of these books that I have shown, but they will have just a few other ones. We are going all in for bilingual homeschooling, and we're doing that with Sonlight. I'm going to show you today our curriculum selections, our book selections for this curriculum to make it more bilingual friendly for Portuguese English speaking families. We really love literature to teach language. I have a video about explaining why I think it's important to use literature for that, or why literature is helpful in that process. Today I'm speaking all about some books that we have chosen to supplement Sonlight's pre-kindergarten program. And I'll have links in the description box below for all of these resources that I can find available in the United States or on eBay, which can ship internationally. Some of our first selections were books that we chose to simply swap out, or that we could find translated into another language. These are things like the Children's Book of Virtues and the First 1,000 Words in Portuguese. These are directly translated copies of some books that are in Sonlight's program, so they're exactly the same, just minus the language, as the ones that are in the program. And then we chose some books just to supplement or complement other books that are in the program. So to supplement people, we got this book, which is counting people and showing them in different situations so we can discuss them. Like this, there are 50 people on this page. And then I have several other books that were available in the United States that you can find on Kindle or in print copy. They're cheaper on Kindle, of course, but we love these books and they're great for exploring the world. Diario de Pilar. Na África, no Egito, na China, no Machu Picchu. These are beautiful, beautiful books. I want to open these up for you just to give you an example of what you can find in these books. They have beautiful illustrations. They're written like a diary, so they're going to have like lines behind the page that look like it's in in a notebook. And then it has little artifacts all throughout. You have the beautiful illustrations. They're not on every single page, but they are quite often. And I don't know, my boys, even at their ages, love looking through these. And this is going to be, of course, a read aloud, but they're gonna love sitting there with us and just looking at them. And they get a good idea of culture, history, and even maybe a little bit about modern day in these countries, but just like showing them artifacts, history, in a fun way. Some of them even have some mythology from these cultures. I have also this one, Tintin no Tibet. This is Tintin. Who doesn't like Tintin? And it talks about a culture that's not typically in a lot of books. So excited to see that in our homeschool. We also have a book about Japan, Satiko yo Volcão, and this one is a beautiful book as well. I don't know if it's available in the United States, so I'll check and see about that, but it is a beautiful book. This one, Samuka yo Pastor, is one book that we can add for more Bible in this year, and it's written by Susan Hunt, so a good recommendation from friends I know who are homeschooling in Brazil. Okay, Deus nos fez assim. This talks about all of the people in the world, ethnicities, and how God made us this way and how this is a beautiful part of His creation. So I am really excited to have that discussion as we're looking at all of the world, because I think it's a really important concept and belief for my boys to grasp. Okay, and the Science for Sonlight's pre-kindergarten program focuses a lot on different questions and nature ideas. And so I pulled some books that my boys will find really interesting. Sou rio, I am a river. Brazil is a culture that really values, as a whole, their natural resources and guarding those. And this is all about rivers and how they can become polluted, and the importance of water to our world. So I'm excited for this one because it gives also an idea of Brazil. This one is about the moon, and my sons love the moon. It has a little die cut, is that what you call it, with a tin representation of the moon, and then just shows the moon all over the world with different animals, so it fits within the theme of the world. And then I want to do a little bit more on just like history in general around the world. And so we found this Usborne book in Portuguese. And you can find a lot of Usborne books in Portuguese. I have found only, though, in Brazil. So I am kind of bummed that they don't just sell these all over the world and you can just access them. But maybe you could write to them and see if they will ship to you. But these are Lift the Flaps, and I'm having a hard time lifting that one up with one finger. But here we go. And we have our, of course, Children's Bible in Portuguese. This is available in the US. It's also available as a Kindle book for a really affordable price. I think it's less than $2. I also am in the midst of like 1,000 projects. So I love to make resources for us to use as a family in Portuguese and English, and I want to share this with other people because I think other people might have the same situation as us and want Portuguese English resources, especially if they live overseas and don't have access to a lot of other things. I wrote this book called A World of Hats to include in this program for us as a family, but also in anything else that people want to use it for. For us, it will be part of this program for Sonlight, and it's about hats that people wear around the world to show their beliefs, their religion, and just encourages my boys in a way to notice that other people believe other things, but we can share with them also what we believe. Excited for this release. It's going to be out on Amazon. I don't have a release date yet, but I do have printables of it on my website, and I'll have a Kindle version and a print version when it does come out. If you want to stay up to date on that, then go ahead and subscribe, and also go to my website and sign up for my newsletter, and I will update everyone on when that comes out. Go to my website through the link in the description box below, www.myhomeyourhomeourhome.com. Okay, that is my unboxing video for Sonlight's pre-K program. I hope that this was helpful to you. If so, leave a thumbs up and let me know other curriculum things that you would like to see in the future in my videos. If you haven't yet watched other videos that I have on homeschooling, bilingual homeschooling, watch those right here, and I will chat with you guys again soon. Love you guys. Ciao.